All right.
Cool.
Welcome back to Genesis 7. I'm Fusion, and I am joined by...
Hi, I'm Siren.
And
so it seems like we're getting right into it here with KingMaker versus the Stains right now.
Yeah, and I'm not too familiar with KingMaker themselves, but I definitely know a couple of the members on the Stains, Milana and Barry, both from Element R, which I used to be on,
yep.
and they're joined by a couple of Salmon Run players, Hoodie and Slash. But I guess this will be a big match about battling backlines here, as we got a Hydra on one side and a Bamboo and a Ballpoint on the other.
Yeah, Bamboo definitely looking really strong in this current meta, so it's definitely predictable to see it right now, but it's definitely not not a bad pick, obviously.
Oh yeah, and I kind of like what the Stains are doing here with the Bamboo and the Ballpoint. Ballpoint has some capabilities that most other backlines don't have, and that it could be very aggressive. It's like a mini Splatling if you really want it to be. And we've got Milana coming up here, unfortunately going to get picked off by Hammer, who is just waiting for that to happen as they continue to sharp. And Slash is going to be caught in a bad position as KingMaker almost full wipes the Stains.
Yeah, the Stains definitely had a lot of early game momentum there, but definitely getting cut off pretty short. We're only at 75 right now. We'll see if they can get some specials here on the side of KingMaker. Hopefully they can get a lead. No. Oh, maybe.
Oh. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
It looked like it was going a bit in KingMaker's favor, in the Stains' favor there, but KingMaker managed to get back in from the respawn, get some specials going, and they actually managed to clear the plat up a bit.
Oh.
They're going to get close to the next checkpoint, but not quite make it.
A full wipe on the side of KingMaker there, so definitely the Stains here are trying to get some quick pushback on the other side.
Oh man, and there's Barry showing off the potential of the Bamboo. As you saw that as soon as KingMaker got wiped, he rushed into the enemy base, abusing the Bamboo's range to get the KingMaker as they're coming out of spawn.
Yeah,
and
definitely really aggressive of a play for Bamboo.
Yeah, it's really important on this map in particular that you get up the enemy team's fan on the right side and get into their base before they start coming, because it's very hard to push up this wall on the left side.
Yeah. And we're popping the inkjet in the base, but he seems to be alone right now. Oh, actually getting a quick pick on a Hoodie right now.
Gosh, that curling bomb's giving me giving me anxiety there. Nearly catching the inkjet on its recall, but looks like the Stains are actually cleaning up this push quite well.
Oh wow!
KingMaker, as Barry gets another, missiles a couple more, and Stains will just continue map control in mid here.
Of course, we can see that KingMaker's still holding the lead right now, but I'm not too sure how long that will stay, considering the fact that they've been getting a few consistent picks here and there on the side of Stains. So we'll see how this will go from here on.
Uh-oh. Looks like the tower got a little bit left behind there. A couple specials coming out. That inkjet, unfortunately, not finding anyone. Those missiles are going to be very helpful. Ballpoint and Bamboo in the corner are going to keep them alive for a little bit more. The Stains, unfortunately, are going to get pushed out a little bit as Hammer on this inkjet, looks to pick one off, but the Luna Blaster direct straight in the face. That's something I'm very happy to see. Luna getting buffed with that reduced lag frames after you shoot it. It's cool to see a blaster in the meta again.
Yeah, definitely going to be helpful on land, considering the fact that we're very low latency right now. So Luna's probably going to look pretty good at the event.
Oh yeah, for sure. KingMaker, though, is looking very strong on this push. That armor is perfectly timed. They're pushing into the base. Only thing that can really stop this push now is the Bamboo up there, but he's getting pressured by Hammer on that inkjet, and they're going to pick off the Bamboo, and this push is going to go all the way into the enemy base.
Wow. It's up to Milana right now to help stop this, and looks like she's gone down. Everyone's on the tower on KingMaker right now, it seems. We just got a couple moving up here. Barry hoping to get feud on the flank. Wow! But looks like KingMaker's taken game one. Yeah,
that was a very strong showing. It took a little bit for them to get going, but as soon as they were able to get onto that plat, they just did a very good job at
yeah, they got a lot of forward momentum with the specials, so that was quite impressive.
Yeah, that armor and inkjet at the end, especially picking off the Bamboo, was really crucial to them getting that push. Yeah. And hello.
Hello. Looks like our next game that we're going to is going to be Clan Blitz on Piranha Pit. So
yeah,
Interested to see how that goes. That can be like a very one or the other map. Definitely depends on like your weapon picks there. Definitely long range is favored here. Stingrays, anything like that. It's Clan Blitz, so you might expect like a ball or anything that people can use to push.
Oh, for sure. Definitely expecting, we might see that ballpoint bamboo comp come out again from the Stains. I don't think it was like a bad pick or anything. I think that it's more, it just didn't happen to work out there.
And Piranha really does favor long-range weapons, so seeing those two weapons would be really strong here as well, I think.
Yeah, I'm interested to see, though, like what kind of frontliners come out here, just because once you get to the basket, it's really strange how you try and defend, because you need to basically drop straight down on top of the enemy team in order to get back in. So any weapons that can shark, like maybe a blaster, even like K-Pro or something, just quick killing weapons that can hide in ink are very, very nice here.
I'm curious to see if we're going to get any sort of sloshing machine or slosher at all on either of the teams right now, because like this is another map that also favors a lot of fall off because of those ramps. So I'm really curious to see, what people are going to pick for this one.
Yeah. Although it's cool to see, I haven't seen KingMaker much at all, so to see such like a strong performance from them was really nice.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm hoping they can keep the momentum up for this next game, but definitely I want to see more games than less, so I also want to see if the Stains can pick a game as well.
I mean, if anything, that game, like, I think it was more the map that caused the game to like run out of control there. Anchovy, like once you get past that second checkpoint, it's so hard to stop it.
Yeah, especially when they get like that far into your base, then they can just camp the drop there. It's very dangerous.
Yeah. But hopping right into the next match, we're going to be seeing Clan Blitz on Piranha Pit once again. Probably going to actually see the Hydra coming out on one side again. Actually, no backline and double brush coming out for KingMaker there.
Wow.
Interesting pick.
Yeah, that's really aggressive.
Wow.
Seeing an ink brush on the side of the KingMaker, so that's, yeah, like we have two brushes there, which is interesting. That's really fast, and I'm not too sure how they're going to formulate a push with that.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the bamboo and dually squelchers, brush is great at like running around and getting in.
Like this.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the thing is with brush, they can run in and score a power clam, but can they really like do a whole push by themselves? They get in themselves, but they don't really leave much paint for their teams.
Right.
But either way, KingMaker off to an early lead, getting that score down to 74. But looks like all the momentum swinging back in the Stains' favor here, as Lana and Barry push up through mid.
So, like with the ink brushes, you can kind of rely on those really small pushes, but at the same time, you need to remember that every time you do that, you're going to be giving the other team a pity clam, which allows them to, you know, come back and do this, get a really quick counter pick. So it's going to be tough, I think, for KingMaker with those brushes to sort of.
Yeah, I mean, if their comp is good at anything, it would be defending here. Octobrush especially, but and also to some extent Ink Brush, they're really great at just looking over the ledge on that left side and spraying down ink on the enemies. And that could easily splat them. But another baller push in, very aggressive from KingMaker, but they get quadruple targeted, but that's going to leave them open from behind for an inkjet from Hammer. And an armor coming in, so we'll see what KingMaker can make of this.
Seems Barry turned around and got quite a few picks on the people trying to push from mid. So that kind of made an early stop to that push. So thankfully, someone turned around and saw that instead of the one target.
Oh yeah.
Slash is. Oh wow! Gets a fizzy pick.
The life of the machine.
Oh,
nice. That's really what Machine's good at, just getting all those picks with the fall-off damage, with just splash damage, you know, what you don't expect. Leading the push in from Lana to throw in a power clam, and the Booyah Bomb's going to really keep KingMaker back here and potentially open the way for more pushes as the ball jumps in and they get it down. They get it in. So the Stains off to a big lead in this game, but if anything...
Yeah, full wipe on that side, so it's going to be a quick stop to that again. And I think they're going to go for an immediate push again, just because they can with the speed of their comp. Oh, going for the baller. If they have another power clam, I think they might be able to get jumps, but it doesn't seem they do. So it's just going to be Paolo alone here.
I was kind of anticipating a splashdown jump there from JoJo, but the armor's just going to come in as they almost take the lead, bring it down to 33. Ika gets the tie, but that's not quite enough in Clam Blitz. There's one more member. It's going to go back up to 34. But either way, that's a very good push and puts the KingMaker in a good position where one power clam and 2 more clams will take the lead.
Yep, you're right there, Fusion. Curious to see as to whether or not the Stains will take a defensive approach from this point on, or if they feel like they need to push now just in case, you know, KingMaker makes another quick push. Because they definitely can, and that can change the tide of the game really, really quick.
Yeah, definitely. As those nice missiles are coming out, but we got 3 specials off the remaining members of KingMaker, but 1 pick from Barry, and it looks like actually the rest of the members of, oh wow, actually, never mind.
Oh wow, he got it in.
Yeah, Paolo just getting that surprise push with the brush. Right as the Stains were trying to push themselves, they realized they needed to turn around, and again, that's what the brush is so good at, just distracting.
An unfortunate situation for KingMaker, though. They did get that 34-point push again. 1 power clam now will get them the lead, but we don't know if they'll be able to get that in the next minute or so.
Uh-oh, 2 members go down on the side of the Stains here. And it looks like it's really up to Barry to just hold them off for a little bit until the rest of the team can get back here. As we see Milana and Hoodiku coming in with some support. They're going to try and pick off these dapples before they pose too much of an issue, and they're able to slow down the push just a little bit.
JoJo came on a little strong there. He didn't really have any teammates to beat them, but I still think there's plenty of time with, of course, how aggressive their comp is too. Wow.
Ooh, Barry trying to get in with that score. Unfortunately, getting picked off, and these ballers are going to be extremely dangerous, but Hoodiku with the surprise push behind them is able to get a power clam in, and that might be enough to stall. But Paolo Dude's sitting under the Stains basket. 1 power clam will still take the lead. They need to get rid of him before anything happens. Oh, but Barry getting 2 clams in, stalling for just a little bit longer. 1 more clam, and it's game.
Oh, that was such an important play at the end. If there was no more clams put in there, it could have been like a quick turnover, as like, you know, they would have had another pity clam, they would have been able to just run over there. That would have given them overtime if no one had dunked anything there, so that's really good. Yeah,
really clutch play coming out there from Hoodiku, opening the way for actually a counter push instead of just defending from the brush, which, you know, is really hard to do when they come in with ballers.
Yeah, so shredding that was really important. That was really cool. So it looks like game 3 is going to be Splat Zone Snapper Canal. Definitely another interesting one. You never know what's going to happen with these teams, because I'm just like, I'm super curious as to what they're going to do here, because that last game I would have never guessed 2 brushes. So I'm really curious as to what they'll do here as well. Another map that favors, I guess, long range and fall off as well.
Yes, this is Splat Zone's Snapper. Honestly, it's kind of interesting. I don't think anyone here plays Tent, but this is definitely a map that Tent is strong on. Yeah, I don't think anyone does.
I don't know.
But, yeah, something like Tent, something that can get really aggressive in the zone but still has, like, survivability. Maybe some ballers, maybe some Booyah Bombs. We might see Barry on that bamboo once again. But yeah, maybe even Hoodiku on those dually squelchers, because the range here, if you have the range to shoot like over the entire zone, that's really important, because you're able to really push the enemy team back without having to jump in the zone and risk, you know, if you die, the enemy team gets that paint.
Yeah.
Or sorry, if you get splatted.
Yeah, I'm definitely expecting the bamboo to come out of Barry. I mean, obviously it's worked for him well the last couple games. Oh, looks like we're getting actually a, is that a sub or is that the same person?
That is a sub, I think.
Okay, cool. So we're seeing Austin coming in from KingMaker. That's a new player, so we never know like what's going to come out of it now. Like, I'm going to be definitely surprised no matter what this time.
We'll see what they can bring to the table.
I wonder what the thought process was behind getting the sub. I don't know if it's like a favorable pick for this specific map and mode, or if they're just sort of switching out because it's partway through the set. But I definitely want to see how Austin plays. I'm really curious. I'm excited. I'm ready. Now you know Milana and Barry pretty well. What do you think Milana's going to go with on this map?
I have more of a feeling of what Barry's going to go with, just because he
Yeah.
plays the kind of weapons that are really good here. Milana definitely has been sticking to that like K-shot, although she's also a fan of NZAP for sure. We might see one of those weapons, or sorry, I meant K-Pro, not K-shot. But yeah, I think she's probably going to stick with one of those two weapons. But yeah, it's really great to see Milana and Barry, two very great streamers, being flown out here as part of the compendium, which you guys funded.
Thank you.
So hopefully we can show off as much of them as possible.
Do it pretty soon.
Yeah, we're about to hop into the match, but I guess, let's see.
It looks like we're starting now.
Yeah, hopping
Switch
right
over.
into snapper zones. It looks like we're going to be seeing some interesting weapons.
That's a surprise.
Actually, we need to switch over to the game on the
Thank you.
stream. Thank you. There we go. We're going to see some interesting weapons on both sides here.
Yeah.
We got the Kensa Luna, which is really nice to see. And actually, is that...
We were wrong about Barry. He's
yeah.
playing Charger. But definitely a
That's
good
true.
pick. That does counter the Hydra on the other side pretty well, actually.
Yeah, I like Kudiku pushing up there, trying to keep that Hydra back as Barry mans the right side. Oh gosh, that Stingray looks pretty dirty. One person's in the zone. There's another one in that street. And that armor, thankfully, though, is going to really keep them alive for a little bit longer.
They're definitely trying to stall at the zone a little bit while they have time for their teammates to respawn here. I'm not too sure how well it's going to work out, but with the rain, maybe, actually.
Yeah, Kudiku with that rain is going to keep the zone pretty neutral for a little bit. And it looks like the Stains are actually going to take the zone here, despite being almost all on the respawn.
Looks like Paolo went down on the other side, which is going to definitely let the other team get some good momentum here because, yeah, without the pain of that Hydra, it's going to give them space to push up just like this.
Oh, yeah. For sure. I was about to say that the game actually looked pretty neutral for the most part. They hadn't really crossed over to the other side just yet, but KingMaker took the zone there and is finally starting to push to the enemy side as Paolo did with a nice pick on Milana and looking for more potentially as KingMaker, or sorry, as KingMaker really asserts themselves in the zone here.
Well, they're definitely trying to charge up some armor so that they can get some good momentum on the other side and go for the pick on the other side. I wish we could see the zone. There we go. Milana's popping the Booyah Bomb over to their side. Oh, getting a quick pick on Ika there. Oh, and not quite the one on Paolo, dude.
Nearly got that pick. That pick, basically, picks just kind of snowball into each other. You get one splat, the other person doesn't see you coming, you get another splat, and that's especially true in like the zone here, where you're just circling around this little box. You don't really see when your teammates get taken out.
Yeah. Especially when you're focused so hard on it, you can get called out pretty quickly as well, which can lead to things like this happening.
Yeah, the Paolo dude's doing a great job backlining here, actually.
Yeah.
They managed to get up into the grates on that zone there, which is a very strong position from Hydra. They can hit people in the snipe, where Milana and Slash are now. Slash, unfortunately, getting taken out by that Hydra.
Looks
and,
like we saw a lead switch over to KingMaker just there a second ago.
Yeah, we did. KingMaker is really making a strong push as they just basically kept the zone neutral for so long, but Milana comes into the zone, gets that pick, and KingMaker is unfortunately going to get pushed back, and the Stains are going to retake.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. That was a very nice pick from Barry.
Yeah. It's important right now that they get these picks, of course, for the momentum that they need, and that Stingray is definitely going to help with that, getting a lot of damage on the people right mid.
Yeah, those couple picks are very nice. The Stingray, interestingly, being very good on zones here, which you don't see very often. Barry, it's some tap shots.
The beautiful tap shots.
Of course. Charger really is a front lane weapon.
And if he can set up here, they can definitely get some like points to sort of help push it over. But
oh yeah, yeah. Charger is a little bit more awkward there than Hydra though. It's not quite as strong in that position,
right.
just because if it gets rushed, it needs to back up. It can't really defend itself. But Slash again barraging the zones with Fizzies just on the left side of the screen now. And double Stingray coming out as zone pops to neutral, but KingMaker with that Hydra in zone. Towler's going to keep it KingMaker's color.
Of course, Hammer comes around with the flank. Is he able to pick off another one? He definitely senses Barry over here on the left. He's going to get his teammates' help, I think, with this.
Yeah, but with most of the Stains chilling and Snipe there and the rest of KingMaker on the left side, it'll be interesting to see what they can do.
Oh my gosh.
The Inkjet gets a very nice pick, waiting for the Booyah to drop so they can shoot it. Unfortunately, they're going to recall in time. The Booyah is not really going to do enough to take zone. Milana gets taken out. Hammer just really getting so many splats here. And it looks like KingMaker's actually going to take it. Barry gets pushed back, and there's nothing they can do.
We're moving on to game 4, so I feel like this set's going to just get even more and more interesting. Austin definitely came in as a double backline actually on that team, but I mean Stingray was really good to counter Barry's as well. So
definitely. I think maybe on that map it's a little bit weird. It potentially is a little bit weird to run double backline.
Yeah,
you like the range, but you do need some aggression because otherwise they just get up into the snipe and can, rain specials upon you.
But somehow they were able to definitely take that with just the 2 backlines. I guess because you can play Jet Sculpture slightly more aggressively than a Hydra, I suppose. So they were able to use that to their advantage.
Yeah.
Going to Rainmaker on Inkblot Art Academy. This is a map that can be done with very, very quick, so hopefully we're not going to see too many wipes on either side because that could be, that could be the end of it for either or. Yeah, definitely. It's like an all or nothing push. If you get up the wall on the right side, if you can get onto the enemy platform, again similar to like Anchovy Tower, where if you push it far enough, it basically you can just keep getting points. Yeah. One wipe and it's over, but. It's very hard to get that started. Yeah, it is very hard. They're definitely going to need a lot of specials to do that, and it's definitely going to have like specials that go together. So I'm hoping to see like maybe an armor on either or. I know we've been definitely seeing it on the side of KingMaker there, but I wonder if Milana's going to start running NZAP here. I think it's a very favorable map for it. So that's true. And Rainmaker definitely, you definitely want some bombs on your team. So teams like the Hydra Jet comp that we saw last game might be a little bit more awkward here just because they don't really do a great job of popping. So I'm interested to see what, if at all, backline we'll see from KingMaker this time. Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's pretty much no question that we're going to be seeing Barry on Charger here. Yeah. But then again, he could try to be aggressive again and play the Bamboo, but you were wrong last time, so now I don't even want to say which one he's going to play. That's true. Bamboo is a possibility here. Yeah. As a fellow backline, I understand both picks. Alrighty. Hopping right into Inkblot Art Academy Rainmaker as, once again, that double brush comp with a Jet Squelcher. Very, wow, actually, they're trying the double backline out too. The Stains coming out here with Bamboo and Hydra. And hoping that Sloshing Machine Fizzy can maybe help them get the pop. So Austin definitely going back to that Jet Squelcher there. I wonder how the Stingray is going to perform with this one. I'm not too sure how I feel about that one with pushes here. KingMaker already goes 2 down, but Hammer here getting that quick pick on a Slash, that's actually going to be really important, stopping whatever push that the Stains would have had there. Yeah, they got a couple quick picks here. Hammer is very close to that Inkjet. Unfortunately, Milana is going to come in and take out 2. Really just destroying that push from KingMaker there. Paolo is trying to make the best of it they can, but unfortunately they're not able to. Yeah, things turned around really fast there, but that was still up to 54. That's almost halfway, so things can go really fast on this map, and you never know what's going to happen. Oh, yeah. And uh-oh. Bamboo flank? Yeah, there we go. You see that laser with the Bamboo, and you touch ink, and you know you're done for.
That's really what's scary about the Bamboo. Paolo with a very nice flank, showing off they can play both backline and a front line on Brush.
It's going to be a full wipe onto the Stains here, so maybe more points for KingMaker.
Yeah.
Paolo's going to come around, flank whatever we have up here on the snipe. Oh!
Wow.
Definitely spotted out fast by Barry there.
Yeah, that's very crucial. If Milana got picked there by the Brush, they got splatted, that really could have snowballed out of control. Barry, though, shutting that down very quickly. And
there was a full wipe there. We kind of missed that, but there was another full wipe, so that was a very quick turnaround. They didn't actually get any more points from that, surprisingly.
yeah, that's true. Actually, Paolo, every time the Stains seem to get some momentum, Paolo just comes rushing in and taking out that Rainmaker. So the Brush is really showing off their mobility and their ability to like get behind people. But Barry was not seeing that coming at all. Paolo trying to fake out that Hydra, get onto the plat and take him out. Is that going to happen?
Oh
Paolo takes him out.
Paolo, the movement. It's kind of zigzagging up into their base, kind of taking advantage of the fact that they have two backlines here. It's very interesting because, yeah, it is very hard to aim when somebody's moving back and forth like that. So I definitely think this was a strategic pick on the side of KingMaker because, look, he's just running up here and he's able to do this.
That's crazy. Paolo and that Inkjet coming out from Hammer, I believe, just locked the Stains in spawn. And yeah, that's crazy. That's going to be the set.
Wow. And like I predicted, yeah, this map can go really, really fast, and it did. So good job on KingMaker there getting that.
Yeah.
It was really impressive.
Yeah, really showing us what the Brushes can do.
Wow. Paolo Dude coming out there with the 11 KA there. That's really amazing, actually.